Welcome back to what Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a 212A Tier 9 Soviet SPG. It's located on the northeast spawn of Arctic region, also known as Mannerheim Line, and it's under the command of Cremarch 72. Well, it looks like he's got some company because there is an M53, M55 Tier 9 American. And over there is a T92 HMC, which means this must be a Tier 10 game. Yes, it is, with Tier 9 RT in it. So, okay, he's bottom tier. Let's see how he gets on. Now, he's mounting the 203mm howitzer, which is capable of 1050 alpha and burst radius of 10.9 meters. Okay, he's now looking for an enemy target. A Wizzy 111 Model 14 managed to get through before he was able to dial in the aim. Oh, if he stays in that position, he might be able to get around into his ass. Now, I run the 212A with the 203mm, the B4 howitzer, because it's actually very, very effective. And the reload time is actually quite fast for a 203mm, much faster than some. And of course, the best thing about the 212A is because it's an enclosed Arty built on the hull of a KV220, it can carry vents, and vents speeds up the reload. So if you've got brothers in arms, vents, you've got the improved rammer, and you use something like vent purge or orderly ammo rack, you can actually get good shots on the enemy at a very fast rate. When he splashed the AMX 5120 there, but one of the enemy Arty has been a bit foolish and he's been spotted. He's a bit too far forward, you see, and he's within the view range of one of our teammates, so we know where he is. And that was around there from, I think that was from the M53, M55. So we've gone back to the AMX 5120. Case loaded, fully dialed in. The Russian word, by the way, that's on the right hand side on that mod actually says reduced when it's fully dialed in on target. Okay, I'm going now. Object 263, very vulnerable to HE rounds, the 263s. Open top. Oh, it bounced that round, went off the top armour. Built on the hull of an IS-7. It does actually have quite a vulnerable lower plate, but it's also very vulnerable to HE rounds, but as you saw, that top plate is very good at deflecting shots. Okay, we've got a T54 on that corner, and we're almost loaded. He's moved it over very carefully so he can dial in. Ready to go, rounds out, T54, meet 203mm shell. 66 hit points. I think it didn't land on the actual target, but it hit the rock. But T54 has gone down, and that 263, well, his effectiveness for the enemy team is now greatly reduced, because if he pops up, he's going to get shot at. And we know where he is, so it's only a matter of time before we put a round into him. 3 tanks up on the enemy at the moment. Oh, there goes a round from one of our teammates. We've marked the spot, but we're not firing yet. I would have put the round in there straight away. There he is. Rounds out. Looks like Cremarch made the right decision because he actually got 493 hit points from a direct hit. And I've just noticed actually that M53, M55 is actually an M53. He's got the 155mm gun. So he's got a fast fire rate compared to us, but he does less damage. Now, the Arty is actually quite experienced players because they are being Arty safe. They're actually hiding behind rocks and very reluctant to come out unless they've not been seen. There's the 263 on the water's edge, dialed in, round out. This could be it. Yes! 500 hit points, massive amount, and the kill shot goes to the M53, M55 who had the faster reload. Sometimes it can be an advantage to have that 155mm gun because you can fire more shots, hit more enemies, and stand to get a Confederate medal. Okay, we've got a T110E4 hiding on that corner, but the enemy Arty has been spotted again. And he's just fired, so he's pulling back. We're dialing in. Rounds out. He's walking back into the shell. Yes, that's a kill. 54 hit points only because he was damaged by the shell that came in just ahead of us. But it is a kill. And we're now looking for the other two Arty on the enemy team. And he's gone to overhead view because it's much easier to see the tracer and hear the shell departing the enemy gun. In fact, during the Second World War, they did actually have horns that could actually hear the enemy Arty. Oh, there, he gave away his position there. He knocked a tree down. That's why you don't knock a tree down when you're playing Arty. He just showed where he was. Not where he is now, but where he was. Yes, getting back to my story, I was saying that they actually employed or used horns to actually listen for the enemy Arty, work out where the enemy Arty was located so they could counter battery him. And that T100LT is very low on hit points, and that's a splash kill. The T100LT killed our standard B, but he got killed in return by Cream Match 72. And that means now there's only 4 left on the enemy team, 2 Arty, a tank destroyer and a medium. And there's still 6 on our team. It probably would be a good idea for all the Arty to travel over to the enemy side of the map, because despite the fact that we know where the T110E4 and the T62A are, the fact is we can't get shots on them from here, and we might as well get into a position so we can get shots on either the enemy Arty and take them out. No, he's not going to be up there. Oh, unfortunately, we just lost the 50 TP. We're going for the T62A. Did he go into the dip? No. He's getting into a defensive position. Fired around into that corner. No, just hit the rock space. He knocked that tree down, so he's obviously setting up a little nest around there. We don't know where the E4's gone, but the 268 on our team is going up onto the heights, so he might spot the E4 if he's moving. And there's the T62A making a nest for himself. Yes, it is the mating season. And, oh, the E4 has managed to give away his position. And we're almost ready to shoot. Can we get around into him in time? Rounds out. This is going to be a late shot. Oh, he got the kill! He got the kill. He splashed him. That's a really good kill because that changes the game. The T62A is now fairly isolated. The 268 can move down from the north. We can go in from a different direction. It would be a good idea for all 3 Arty to make their way over to the enemy cap now. No guarantee the 268 is going to be able to take down the T62A, but if we're close enough, then we can get big enough hits on him to actually put him out of the game. We know where he's made his last home, his last stand. He's knocked down the trees to provide him with some cover because he knows that this is the direction that the assault's going to come from. T92 HMC is already on the way, and he's found the T62 en route. He's found him. T62 is going after our T92. He's going to try and get behind him. Line him up. Gets a hit for 408 hit points. Not enough to kill him. But our M53, M55 is in a nice little position. He didn't get the kill either. The T62 is still moving. But it means the 268 can go after the enemy Arty. And we are going to have to try and kill the T62. So Creamarch is now all on his own. He has to take care of business. He's taken 1 round from the T62. He's getting really close. This is going to be a nail biter. And he shotguns him. But he needs to move because enemy Arty will have a go. And he moves as quick as he can. Oh, what a fantastic moment there. He must have been so pleased when he took that T62 down. He took 2 hits, one of which was blocked by the armor of the vehicle. It is basically a heavy tank, and the enemy Arty tried to get him. There was a round that came in just behind him, a little way back there, and instead of actually going towards the enemy cap, he's going to sit here and wait for the 268 to spot them for us. We know that one of them knocked down a tree, but we just can't see the others. And he killed one with a blind shot! I think he worked out where the enemy Arty was and took a chance that he was behind that set of bushes, that he moved forward to see if he could get a shot on our 268. And there's the GW Tiger. So this game's going to be over with a shot right in the face, and that's a win. What a game! Right at the end it got very exciting. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for Creed March 72 in the 212A. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 14 in that one. He got a fighter badge for taking down 4 enemy tanks. He actually got 5. And he also picked up a Stark's medal. And yes, he actually received 2 hits from the enemy tank. Lost 2/3 of his hit points in the process. Killed at least 2 enemy and survived the battle. So he earned the Stark's medal the hard way and took out the tank that damaged him in the process. Let's have a look at team score. Well, surprisingly, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the T100 LT on the enemy team, who got 3,460 hit points of damage in that game. The next high scorer was the Object 263 with 3,333. And after that, it was the Object 907 with 3,290. Creed March managed to get 3,242 hit points of damage during the game, which makes him the 4th highest. But it was still a good game. When it came to kills, he was top. He got 5 kills. The E4 managed to get 4, but he obviously saw to him. And then there's a bunch of tanks with 2 kills apiece. And when it came to base XP, he's right at the top of the table, 1,155. And most of that was because he's actually tier 9 and tier 10 game. But also he did do a hell of a lot of damage on the enemy. And he did get those kills as well, which were very important. 886 to the 263, 849 to the 907. He fired 13 rounds, got 6 direct hits, 1 penetration, 12 splash. Damage of 3,242 hit points, of which 2,760 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously, the T62A was shotgunned at fairly close range. He received 2 hits. One was penetration, did damage. One was a non-penetration, and that was the round that hit the tracks. 320 hit points of damage blocked by armor. If he got that second round in, Creed March wouldn't have survived it. 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed, and 1,791 hit points of stun assist off 7 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 33,919 credits, got 50,000 credits from Veni Vidi Vici, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 67,831 credits. He got 1,155 XP, times 2 for the first victory, took away 3,466 experience points altogether. So what a great game it really was. He says GG with 212A. It was a nail biter right down to the end. And that blind kill as well on the enemy Arty, the shot he got on the M53, M55, hiding behind the bush, who'd moved forward to the obvious position and was going to have a quick shot at our teammate. And, he learned the hard way that sometimes that's not enough. If you've got a good Arty player on the enemy team, he'll work out where you are and put you out of your misery. So very well played indeed, and keeping a cool head as that T62 was moving around you to take him out. Well done. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, please. We're only a small channel where, well, I'm a pretty substandard commentator. I'm not that great. I'm not a Jingles. I'm not a Quickie Baby. I'm not a skill or any of those. I'm just an ordinary guy who puts out content because other people want me to, and so I'm trying to do my best for other people. If I'm a bit naff, well, sorry. I apologise, but at least we are putting out a lot of content that some people do like. So thanks very much for watching.